Hey Virgo, it's Jen here. So I am doing your mid-June reading. And what I've been doing for these is actually we're in eclipse season. So we had that um, new moon solar eclipse in Gemini on June 10th. And so we're going to reflect back. And we also just had the Sag full moon eclipse in May. Right? Yeah. We're going to reflect back to what was going on around end of November and December of last year, because that's when the other eclipses that we're always having these polar opposite eclipses in time. So, and 6 month intervals. So what was going on, because that will probably be reflected and important, or a culmination, or something about that time would be coming up now. So what I've done is I've gone back and I'm reading the channeling from those readings. You could always go back and look at those readings. I leave all my readings up, and just see if that is reflective at all, or can help make some sense of things that are going on now. So for Virgo, for mid-November, I saw that. Now I'm reading this channeling. Usually I read it right after I channeled, so I don't always remember things. But what I'm seeing is the Death card, which is transformation in the time of Scorpio, which was now at that time. So, because Scorpio, the Death card is Scorpio card in the tarot. People may notice, even if it's an inner transformation. So yeah, so something about November is we're undergoing some sort of transformation. Maybe they're noticing it now. Maybe it started back then. So if you attribute birds as loved ones or signs, then yes, keep an eye out, because those are visiting loved ones. I also see watching or surveillance cameras. Looking at your surveillance cameras if you have those. But there's a message from these relatives saying everything's going to be okay. Then I see a discount, like getting a great deal on something, which is funny because my best friend is a Virgo and she loves a good deal. Looking into, so I didn't have a whole lot for mid-November, but looking into December, Virgo, I have a backup plan. If you're experiencing anxiety, so meditation, breathing, yoga would be really helpful. Find ways to see sunlight if you're sensitive to seasonal affective disorder. But something like meditation, breathing, you find some sort of practice that brings a lot of peace and joy into your life. Also, like the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles doesn't have to be sitting in prayer pose, meditating. It could be gardening. It could be cooking. It could be writing. It could be running. It could be chopping wood. Whatever. I live in the country, so it could be whatever it is that you do really is grounding and brings you a lot of peace and feeds your soul and energizes you in that way. Studying history, people, anthropology, sociology, human nature. The book Sapiens, I've heard about it. I haven't read it. That came out. Some of you may be getting into metaphysical things, opening up to psychic ability. So here, maybe that's where those birds coming. You're starting to think you're seeing your intuition or seeing signs, and you're starting to put these together. Like, my intuition's on, like, and maybe you're digging into that a little bit more. Then I see feng shui, astrology, Myers-Briggs, Enneagram. So getting into those types of human nature, sociology, why people do the things they do, how that's evolved in our world. And thinking about writing a book, so I don't know if that would be about that, but maybe for character development, you're researching psychological profiles or something about maybe you're writing like a mystery murder thriller, and the killer's like a sociopath, and so you're looking into that, and kind of like that show Mindhunter, where it's about how the FBI started developing these profiles of these serial killers. Sorry, we're going into a dark. And so, I just doing the research to be able to write about it, or it's something like that. Now, it could have nothing to do with writing a fiction murder novel. It could be research for a job or for school or for your own interest. But I don't know. I just see you digging into something like that, some topic, but something more around human nature. And then for your overview reading, okay, so for you, I got it for your January, oh no, I meant your January. Well, let's just go with it. Your January 2021 reading, reflecting back to January of 2019, and also Scorpio connection again. And I saw a spacesuit, SpaceX, an aquarium, a terrarium, oxygen, planning a trip, taking advantage of deals because you think travel will be back to normal when the trip happens. Next March of 2022, you may plan a couple of trips, several. Bargain shopping, getting great deals. That's so funny. Losing track of time, being so engrossed in something. So that's that Eight of Pentacles, that thing, that hobby that you really enjoy. Looking for treasures, picking. Okay, so picking like American Pickers, like going and trying to find, deals, digging through yard sales or whatever. Making side money by doing the legwork. No overhead, making commission. And then I have Leo, because Leo just has to pop up in lots of videos because, Leo, they're awesome. But all right, let's get into some cards. So let's take that one. Sorry, I have the Black Crow song in my head. She talks to angels. I don't know what the name of it is. I want that one. Okay, that one's coming out. What time is it? Okay. Keep track of time. You may forget something around this time, mid-June. You may be like, oh, shit. Like, I have to go pick someone up or do this or miss an appointment or just maybe you're lost in that Eight of Pentacles energy. And all of a sudden you look at the time and you're like, oh, crap. Shit. She talks to angels. They call her out by her name. So, I just got the chills. So that's just making me think again about you really getting some psychic hits. Look at this, third eye. Talk about psychic hits and intuition. Third eye's ablaze. That's a Nako song. What song is that? Ace of Wands. Yeah, really being interested and fired up and inspired about something. Creativity, just downloads of creativity. Really a connection, a new connection to something that you hadn't explored or discovered before. The marriage card, more fire energy here for Virgo. This is marriage, a celebration. Celebrating some sort of milestone, a party, planning a party. So this is, something you celebrate, like a big anniversary, a big birthday, a graduation, a retirement. It could be all sorts of different things. Queen of Pentacles. So this is you, very grounded, very detail oriented, a great manager. But the Queen of Pentacles knows how to make a house a home. She has a guy doubting. No, doting. She has a guy doubting her. No, that's not what I meant. Doting on her. It's almost like you are predicting, or get your words together, Jennifer. It's almost like you meet someone or you foresaw your life playing out in a certain way. You knew things were going to go a certain way. Maybe a marriage, you knew you were bringing someone, or you're manifesting things into your life. And maybe you did it and this has already happened and you're just realizing that that's what happened. You're kind of connecting the dots. And when you look back, when you have that hindsight's 2020, this is kind of a bad example, but I grew up in the 70s. I'm 50, and in a rural, very, very rural area. So we got like 2 channels on TV, and we were always outside, just playing outside or whatever. But and we played a lot of board games and things like that. I always liked cards. I always played cards. I would play solitaire. I would learn how to shuffle. And I eventually, not until college, discovered tarot cards, which I was immediately drawn to. And I had a realization just recently. I was like, I've always had a thing for cards. I find myself, I have to be careful if I'm sitting here at work on like a Zoom call. A couple times I've picked up cards and started shuffling because I'm so used to being near my computer and shuffling that I have to watch myself. But that's when I had. So I feel like you're going to have a realization, this aha, where you can see how you sort of saw the way your life or the flow or manifested these things, or connecting some sort of dots. 2 of Swords. I want to see what this one is, because what I'm seeing for the Tower, damn. Things are blowing wide open so this download, this new ability, this new understanding, this new insight, for some reason, is going to, I guess sometimes if you have an awakening to things, once you know something, you can't unknow it, and you have to do something with that information. That's why a lot of people will shy away from having difficult conversations, or even, if their intuition is telling them something, they may not want to look into it because then they have to do something with that information. You may find something out, and I almost feel like it's peripheral from you. So it's not necessarily happening directly to you, but you may uncover something. You guys are really good with details. Maybe, maybe you're like, just let me look at that. You never know what you're looking at for. You just need to, let me just look at that. And when you look at that, you may uncover something that sort of blows something wide open, almost like evidence. Here we're going back to that idea of like detective work. But it may blow something wide open, expose something. Yeah. Maybe you are getting a download that you're conflicted about because it will shed light on something. 8 of Cups. Yeah, so for some of you, you may find something out where you distance yourself from someone. You're just like, you know what? I do not fucking respect that, and I'm out of here. I cannot, I can no longer be associated with that type of behavior. The devil. Well, this is Capricorn, and we have that Capricorn full moon on June 24th. The devil's in the details. See, that's you guys. There's money here. I wonder if you're gonna. Oh, and look at there's a volcano. Something blowing up. There could be a Maybe you're going to predict some sort of event. Maybe you'll have a dream about a volcano and then find out there was a significant volcanic eruption. Oh, those poor people in, I can't remember which country in Africa. I think it was the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Did I get that country's name right? That was horrible. I don't know. This is the predictive things you may have. You may start predicting weather events, but you may also uncover some sort of embezzlement or someone trying to hide money. If you're dealing with any sort of estate, inheritance, inheritance. But you also may be like, you know what? I'm just taking what I got and I'm fucking out of here. Like it's not worth my time and energy to fight that. Here's the Tower again. Wow. And now I need to know this last card. And the Moon. Gemini just had this in the exact position. So that does mean to me that cat, and we have the Devil, and then the full moon in June is in Capricorn. Crazy. You may discover, and I really don't feel like it's happening to you. I feel like this first line was yours. Like you're doing great. Maybe you're planning or going to some sort of celebration or a wedding or whatever. You're feeling really grounded. You're really feeling yourself, your earthy self. But you may discover, you may find out, you may see a friend's husband or wife or spouse or whatever with someone else. You may uncover someone doing shady shit. I'm sorry, I'm standing up because my back's a little sore. And you're going to be a little conflicted about what to do with that information because of, what it's exposing. But it's going to be exposed because the Tower twice, like the universe is going to come in and blow this shit up. And so almost with the Eight of Cups right in the middle, you're just like, I'm going to head out. Like, I'm out of here. I don't want to be involved. I am out of the situation. And just sort of knowing you can't control it and seeing very clearly that it's all going to go down and go to shit. Again, I feel like is happening not to you, but around you. And you're just like, I'm just going to protect myself and try to stay out of it. Because I don't think there is anything you can do. So this would be interesting to play out. Maybe you'll get a book idea from this whole fucking mess. I don't know. I think it's gonna, you're grounded though. So you're gonna be able to handle it. You got it, but you may be like, holy shit. Shit's hitting the fan. Okay, I'm dying to know. So Virgo, let me know how this plays out. I hope you have a wonderful month. Take care.